Morning, everybody. Almost noon. Well, a couple hours. I thought it was 11 o'clock. I think it's only like 10. Anyway, so I watched in duration my brother's video the other night. And, not the other night, the other day. The hospital would not kick him out if he didn't have insurance. Could they do that? I spoke with a doctor there, and they said that Seven needs sober living. He needs a program. Seven needs sober fucking living. How can you start from scratch for the 10th time, lose all possessions for the 10th time, be evicted for the 10th time, and not get help for your alcoholism? Because it's going to get worse and worse and worse. This was pretty bad. My brother being so intoxicated that he caused a severe head injury to himself. Unless he got beat up. I don't know. I can't have him here. The hospital said, all of his vitals and everything looked good. He looked like he was healing, and they let him go. But they said that he denied sober living. They were about to put him in sober living for a while. He could have his car there. He could work. He'd have a roof over his head. A bed to sleep in. Instead, he's, at my brother's house, bitching and complaining about how hard his floor is, and how the house isn't big enough for 3 people, and how he's a burden on his family, and how, again, with the world stuff, he needs to concentrate on himself. Subscribers are going to send him money. They got his phone. Good. My brother needs to be able to post, y'all. Needs to be able to get his money, y'all. And I pray he doesn't buy alcohol with it. He hasn't had anything to drink for 4 or 5 days now. And I know he needs it. He needs that shit like we need air. And I'm so scared for him. Again, I was there when he was being evicted. I didn't even recognize him. He must have lost his job a while ago. Because he had facial hair. And you don't... Okay. I don't know. My brother needs sober living. He needs sober living. He'll be surrounded by people who know how to deal with people who are alcoholics, severe alcoholics, gonna kill themselves alcoholics. They know how to deal with it. They know the bullshit. They know how to deal with it. He'll have a bed. He'll have a roof over his head. And he'll get the help he needs. I don't know how he's going to get an apartment after being evicted, and unless he finds somebody, willing to give him a chance, but he's going to need 2 months deposit. I don't know. He needs sober living. He needs sober living now. They wouldn't have released him if he was medically unwell, if he wasn't ready to leave the hospital. There's something else that's poisoning Seven besides his injury. It is his alcoholism. I spoke to the doctors. I spoke to the nurses. No offense. All those fucking subscribers, and Seven still got evicted. My brother needs to choose his fucking priorities. The audience or his self, his health, his life. Yes, my brother injured himself, but while he was severely intoxicated. And any money he gets, he's going to go and get alcohol. My brother offered him a place to stay. He shouldn't have done that. If my brother hadn't done that, my Seven would have had nowhere else to go except sober living. But then in his video, he's like, I'm going to go to a homeless shelter or a transition home. I want to hear sober living. He's entitled to everybody pay for his shit. And this shit with Zorian didn't take a shit ton of money from Seven. I think Zorian, trusted somebody in a house, and Zorian, their money was taken. And Seven's money, like maybe $700, I think Seven told me. What about the months and months and months and months of no rent payments? I talked to his landlord. He hadn't paid his rent in months and months and months and months and months. And blaming Zorian, that's the easy way out. Instead of looking at the mirror and going, damn, blame everybody else, blame me, blame the family, blame, the world of why my brother is failing in life. But now it's beyond failing. It's his life is in danger because of his alcoholism. He injured himself severely because he was so intoxicated. But he told the doctors he ran into a wall in his apartment. I could throw myself at one of my walls in this house, and it would not cause the damage that happened to my brother's head. I'm going to pray for him.